Everyone, I am excited to show you a brand new book that I have been gifted by the lovely Claire. Now this has come from Etsy and it's Japanese, as you may have guessed from the writing. It takes quite a long time to arrive, but I will put the link in my description in case you think it's rather sweet, but just bear in mind that it takes a little bit of time to arrive. It's probably taken a couple of weeks longer than other things she ordered for me, so it's probably taken 3 weeks or so to arrive, but I didn't have to pay any import duty. It did come from Japan. So let's have a look now. Obviously in Japanese, I think this is the Cute Animals book. We have a matte cover with this sort of pale beigey colour and the spine, and on the back more of the pictures from inside, and it's got its ISBN and things like that. Now this little band here is a sort of removable piece, I think, but I'm going to leave it there for now. We'll have a little look at how it works with the book. What else is there to say? The size is the same as a square Johanna Basford colouring book, Melpomene Chattopadhyayotou's books, Kirby Roseanne's books, that size. Okay, just so you can get an idea. Didn't bring a ruler through, so I'm going to open. Actually, this look is actually loose, it's not even glued, so I am just going to put it off just because it's going to get in my way. But it's got some examples of coloured pictures which I presume are from inside the book, which is rather nice. I just put that aside for now, and here is the front cover again. So it's got this little bit with the name, and as we open we see that this is a French flap. So this is actually a dust cover, and the actual book looks like this, sort of gold looking print. I don't think it's shiny, but it's very sweet. Let's put that back on. Now it's just a little tip: if you're colouring a book with a dust cover and you're doing, say, the back of the first page, just open it out, or else you get this line which interferes with your colouring. So I'm just going to gently open. We've got this sort of green, blue, sorry, colour, and let's have a look. So we've got a very cute circular design to start with, lots of interesting foodie things like nice strawberry spoon macaron and a bow. There's a bit of a mix. We've got a little cake and a sweet and a berry, but got a rabbit in a cup. Another sort of tart type thing, more sweeties and things, little duckling. It's a really cute page, really sweet, and the style is quite interesting. If I bring it up a little closer to the camera so you can just see a close-up of the artwork, it's neat, but there is some areas that are shaded slightly, but not too much, so I rather like that. The lines are quite well defined. Sometimes I find some drawing lines are a little bit wibbly. I'm not so keen on those. These are wibbly on the macaron, but it's intentional. You know, it looks nice, and we've got a little bit of shadow here and here, so it just helps us a little bit actually with our colouring without being too much of an interference. Right, let's get on and open. So this page, I mean, who knows what that says? I'd love to know. I expect someone has translated it, but it's got a very pretty ornate frame. We've got little bunny, and we've got all these cute little ducklings, and it's quite a realistic looking drawing style as well, which is rather nice. If you want to make your pictures look a little bit more photorealistic, which some people do, you've got the grape hyacinths, the daffodils and things, and it all looks quite real, so that's rather good. But here we don't get, I mean, the animals are drawn realistically, but then these have got clothes on, which obviously isn't something that that we would necessarily expect. But that's fine. I think it's they're quite sweet, and it says happy birthday. And again, the flowers are really pretty, a nice ribbon round, and the size is good. There is some small detail drawn into this flower centre, but you don't have to worry about that too much. And the same here, even though we've got wallpaper here. I don't know how easy it is to see this. I'm going to come in. No, that's no good. I'm just wondering if it's a bit too glary with my lamp on. I think that might be more helpful for you. So we've got wallpaper in the background, which isn't too teeny weeny, but we've got the cats and the babies, so, baby kittens. So it looks like this is babies here as well. So say happy birthday. Maybe it's because they've just been born, that sort of thing. It's rather sweet, and it's a nursery, got the rocking horse and things like that. And here, look, we've got baby things. It's really cute. So we've got little socks and shoes and booties and a bib, and yeah, these are more booties and a bonnet and things like that. We've got a few wasps or bees and florals as well. Looks like clover, things like maybe buttercups. Now this one we got baby lamb, no, goat, sorry, it's a goat, I think. Not very good at telling the difference, but that looks like a goat herd's horn, I would say, so probably goats. Oops. And here we have chicks in a bathtub, so that's unusual but rather cute. She's got a little apron on it, they're really sweet. But this one, I've seen this one coloured. Who have I seen has coloured this one? Was it Cherry Colours maybe? Yeah, and little piglets. It's a really cute one, lots of flowers. Now, is this a double page spread? I think it is, because we've got this stripe going through the back. And yeah, this plate, yes, so we've got our rabbit, and she's arranging the flowers, but the ducklings, look at the mess they're making, little rabbits asleep, little frog, all sorts going on that page. It looks like Peter Rabbit, very cute. Now here we've got more of a random patterny page. It's got quite an intricate detail here, but I would be tempted to do that maybe in a gold gel pen or something. And then we've got all these fruits, which I always really enjoy colouring. Strawberries and kiwi and cherries and things. And here we've got some baby deer, and there's also a little squirrel there. Sort of pansies here, look. Now here we have got geese, so the mother is here, little baby's following, they look like grey lags, and all our florals, it looks like poppies and daisies maybe. And here we have little birds in their nest, but we also have some squirrel maybe, not really sure what that is, and a bird. And look at the little bunnies in the pram or trolley. I think it's a pram. Look, it's got a little handle here. That's really sweet. Now you might be thinking, what about the paper? Well, it feels like it's got a little bit of tooth, but not too much. It's thicker than copy paper. I would say it feels pretty good. We've got another double page spread here. Look, inside a shop. So we've got flowers here with balloons, and then we've got all veggies here and different animals shopping. Look at a little basket. And here we have again a sort of random page with like trellis work on the sides with floral. It's going to be quite difficult getting into the edge there, but anyway. And all these different veg here. I'm just looking at what we've got: peas and squashes, artichokes and tomatoes, all sorts of things. And here they sort of form a bit of a frame around here. We've got like a grocer's. I'm thinking all these things look like fruit and veg maybe. I'm not sure about what's in all those jars, but it looks exciting. Now we have in bed having a story. It's very sweet, really cute. And now this one, look, it's more of a wallpaper-ish, although they're not identical, are they? I thought it was a repeating, and then I realised it's really not. But we've got on black background, which is interesting. I do like a black background. Now here we have, these look like hummingbirds, and we've got some fuchsias and other flowers. And here we have cats playing, and there's a lot of farmhouse and all our flowers around the edge. And what are these? Mice, I'm guessing, with lots of mushrooms, lovely to colour. And little rabbits, they are sweet. Look at this little dress there. you. Now this one we have rabbit, cat, and we have all the different fruits. So we've got currants and gooseberries and blackberries and strawberries and things. Really lovely. I love colouring berries. It's a beautiful page. And here we have a little lizard, gecko, I don't know, but these look like plums, a pear. I'm thinking cherries again, maybe, not sure, probably oranges, maybe more cherries. These look like blueberries. We've got pancakes here, and on this page we have lots of butterflies, but with a sort of floral border. And here is very much a wallpaper page with, is that on the front? No, I'm imagining it. So we have a lot of repeating rose pattern here, but in the middle we have a cat, and she's dressed like a fairy with wings and flowers and mushrooms. Now this one is quite a lot going on, isn't there? So we have a forest, we have a chipmunk, maybe, is it? I can't think. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a squirrel, a deer. These look like stoats, an owl and a bird, some sort of fox. And then I'm thinking this is a double page. We have a flying fox, a little Red Riding Hood going to Granny's, a deer, a bird up here, rather pretty. And now we have almost a ribbony design, which I rather like. It reminds me of one in Johanna Basford's, is it in Enchanted Forest? Not sure, but this one is different because we have frogs all the way through. They are so cute. I've seen this page coloured. I have seen this page done. So we have a very ornate bowl with all sorts of delicious things inside, biscuits and fruit and ice creams. Ugh, don't like ice cream, but anyway. I don't mind colouring it, I'm just not keen on eating it. And this is a very summery spread. We have sun hats and the sunshine and various flowers, dahlias and things like that. My parents got some gorgeous dahlias in their garden at the moment. Here we go. Now we have, I'm not sure what these are. Are they fennec foxes? I'm not sure. We have three critters there, and these look like stoats, weasels or ferrets, but look, they're on a flying carpet in sort of Aladdin. And this black background fades down, look, to a grey down here, which is really interesting. And we've got all these fireworks to do, which I would be doing in sparkly pen, I should imagine. We're at the seaside. We've got our deck chair and our umbrella with all our shells hanging up. It's Mr. Frog with his drink. And this is more of a mandala. I'm not sure if it repeats or if it's, I think some of the items repeat, but it's not in a pattern, I think. Just glancing at it, I think they're mixed around a bit. So we've got all sorts of shells and things. And now we're under the water. We've got our mercats. So they're like mermaids but cats, which is really different. And all sorts of other underwater creatures. Now we have owls, little cute birds, look, and some squirrels. Now this one's got a very pretty board around, and they're playing musical instruments. Got lots of musical notes and things. It's a bit different, isn't it? I don't think I've seen very many pages with a musical theme. Or we have a very Halloweeny looking one now with our bats and witchy cats and things. That's fun. Lots of pumpkins at the bottom. Very autumnal. This one also autumnal with our foxes and birds, but with all our berries and things. I think it looks like it could very easily be made into an autumn page. Now this one's sweet. We're having a little read in a nursery, and we've got toys and flags and things. And this one, we just got birds. We've got a background which looks, reminds me of some mandalas that I've done in the past, but you can just block it in, and then you've got a few different florals and then the parrots to do. Oh, this is interesting because we've got different sections. So you could, it's like a shop, I think, and you're buying different things. That's what I'm imagining. And so you can do just one little bit at a time if you're feeling like you just want a little something to colour. And we have an artist here at work, easel and paint, all sorts of things here, and lots of fruit too. Oh, it's Christmas. So we have the mistletoe behind them, and all sorts of sort of snowflakes and poinsettias, acorns, and pine cones and holly and all sorts of lovely Christmassy things. And here we have a Christmas scene to have our lovely fire and stockings, a bit of wallpaper. Now I think I need to be really careful when I'm colouring like these wallpapers, because if you do them too dark it's going to overtake the picture. I think something pale that sits back so that your characters and things can sit forward, I think I would do. I don't mind when I do a picture if the frame is a little bit darker, but I think you need to not draw attention to the background necessarily. We have all sorts of different animals and lovely presents. This one says welcome. We're in France. Here's the Eiffel Tower. Is this the Arc de Triomphe? It's got the Olympic rings on it. No, the Eiffel Tower's got the Olympic, it's got the Paralympic sign on. And we have a lamppost and a map of Paris luggage and things. Very sweet, lovely. Lots of lovely flowers to colour behind. So they look like peonies. You could just stick to one colour or mix it up a bit. And here we are, presumably this is the little Paris street scene, but I couldn't be, she could be anywhere really. So we've got little cakes here and drink. Chair. This was sort of on a balcony, and then behind other houses. It's a really interesting one to colour because you've got inside, outside. How do you do it? Do you do this as glass with shine, or do you make it like you're on a balcony and you're outside? Interesting. And here we are in a domed building. Look, lampshade, looks very smart, but we've got flowers here and ivy, and there's this sort of bookshelf. So that's, are we in a sort of colonnade, shopping colonnade maybe? Don't know. Oh, look at all these ornate shoes. Wow, all so different. Very interesting. And here we have someone at their mirror with their face powder, but all the sort of perfumes and things here. This is quite ornate, it's small. This is probably the smallest detailed one I've seen so far, and it's not too daunting to be honest, because you can just do all the leaves the same, all the flowers the same. It wouldn't really take that long. Now this one is, we've got a lot of macarons, but we've also got swans and candies and these sorts of things that look like brooches or cakes. I'm really not sure what all of these things are. Some of these pictures I think I might have to look up and see what other people have done, just to get some ideas. But here we have our birds. So we have a cockatiel and a budgie. And this is, oh, it's a mirror. It's a hand mirror. Oh, that's interesting. But it's sitting inside the mirror. Now she's in her dressing room. Imagine having a dressing room. I wouldn't spend much time in there, to be honest. I haven't got that much. Dressing isn't important to me. I want a colouring room and dressing, but you've got all sorts of different outfits to colour in. Or it could be a changing room. Just thinking, with shoes on the box, it could be a shop. And we're having coffee, so maybe it was, maybe we were shopping and now we're having coffee. Look at their floral dresses. And we've got grapes around them and flowers. Having a little cup of tea. One's having a glass of wine. Be like me and my friend. I don't drink wine, I like my tea. Although she usually drinks coffee when we meet. Little rabbits we've got sort of vines and bows, and look at that. It's drawn with a lot of grayscale, a lot of detail in there. Oh, we're going to Japan or from, I don't know. Got birds flying, and here's a mountain. I assume, is that Mount Fiji? I don't know, a plane. And look, it's very pretty. We've got our wisteria, I'm guessing. Lovely buildings, beautiful parasol and dress. Really lovely. I can't think what those dresses are called. It might come to me at some point. And here we are again with all the blossoms. That's the sakura cherry blossom, I'm assuming. Oh, we've got a carp pond. I do like with the lotus flowers. Really lovely. Oh, we're having our tea. They're very nicely dressed. It's kimono, isn't it, that they're wearing, and we've got very pretty wallpaper behind them. But you have to be careful because they've got flowers in their on their heads. I was going to say in their hair, their fur. So you would need to make sure you perhaps do this lighter than this so that it stands out a different colour. Here we have a circular floral design, all sorts of lovely flowers. Oops, let's move a little bit. So here we have a lot. This is a double page spread. So you have lots of fans and birds, but we're in the centre here we have a little boat with someone on with their parasol and a frog. And then we have a deer, cat, birds. So there's quite a few animals. And of course this is an animal themed book, so we'd expect to have lots of animals. We're travelling in a carriage on a cobbled street. This really looks more like Europe to me, but I don't know. We have birds in a fountain. And we are playing chess. Look, because we have the rook and the pawn, and is that the bishop, the king? We also have teapot. Is this an Alice in Wonderland type thing going on, I wonder? Because we have the mushroom and the rose bush. Apple. I don't know. And she's got her stripy stockings. I think that's a bit of an Alice thing. I don't know for sure. And here we have lots of keys and locks, but we've got a chessboard. Well, it's not quite. But we have crowns and masks and bells and things. It's quite a mix of different things. Oh, that's looks so sweet. Like she's talking and he's just listening, doting on her every word. It's so cute. We have a lovely brick wall and different things going on there. Oh look, marry me. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, lovely flowers. Sorry, not quite in shot. Welcome to our wedding. They got married. So we have all the ornaments hanging down here, and look at the cake. So we have the cake, we have cupcakes. How lovely. And oh, look at her. And her lovely dress and her veil. I would probably colour her dress cream and make these into white embroideries or something. I don't know, maybe not. And the birds are there. Oh, and here they are. So we've got some drinks here. Oh, it's all the guests, I suppose, waiting. We've got this lovely sort of swag of fabric as our frame. And then, oh, I've seen this page coloured. Is this a Chris Cheng? Has she done this page? Maybe she's done a similar one. So we have our poppies and birds, and this is our church, presumably. And here are some of our babies again. This is almost, oh, look at the cat licking the bunny. Like a summary of what happened, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. And we have a pretty garden gate fence. Sunflowers, all the little baby animals again. Climbing up to the tree. Well, I was going to say tree house, but it's a house under here, look. That's so sweet. Now at the back we have this. What's this? So we have all this writing that I can't read. So this is much more textured paper, and it's obviously, as you can see, coloured. And we have a cockatiel and a rabbit. Oh look, those are postcards, so you're supposed to colour them in and then cut them out and send them. And then these are message card and ornaments, so I guess these are like gift tags or things, ornaments you can hang up. So you have a little cat, a frog, a little dormouse, I'm guessing, and a sheep and a parrot. Look at that beautiful paper on the back. Oh, that's so pretty. And then we have the end of the book. So let's have a little colour of something small. I'm just going to stop the film, find a page, get myself organised and come back. Right, I have decided that I would colour something from this page. I just really liked it and I thought it was just why not start at the beginning. I thought I would do the flower actually. I couldn't really decide where to start, so why not, let's do a flower. And I've got my Pablo pencils with me. I don't know what's going to work with this paper, so I've just grabbed them. Just find my swatch chart. Now, colouring the flower is going to be tricky without any context, knowing what I'm going to colour anything else, but I'm just going to go for it really and do it in some nice colours. So the centre of the flower, I'm thinking a bit of yellow and then a bit of darker yellow. So I'm going to see how it layers up. So I'm going to grab this is the canary yellow, and I'm just going to use this all over the centre really gently to start with, and then I'm going to add some other colour and see how it sort of works really. Oh, having such a hot flash. It's so hot today. You wouldn't think, you know, that it was going to be that hot this time of year, but it's decided to surprise us and get really warm. Now I want something slightly darker for that centre. Just looking at what I've got. I'm going to go for the golden yellow, if I can find it. There it is. I'm struggling to see. I might put my lamp on actually, I'll be able to see better. That's the golden yellow. It's hard to see, isn't it? And I'll put a few extra bits in. Let's have a look. Just give me a sharpen. Now, because we have got some markings on here, I'm thinking in the centre here, I might put a bit here to make it look like this is slightly dipped in, and then just scummed it out a bit like that. And then we've got all these little bits marked. I'm just going to put a little bit on each end of each little bit, just to sort of give it a little bit of texture, hopefully. Make it look uneven. Oh, gosh, it's so hot. Whew. Yeah, it's sticky, humid again today. Not as bad as yesterday, but ugh. There we go. That's fine. I'm happy with that. It just looks a bit splodgy. Now our flower, I'm thinking, let's go for a delicate orange. Maybe an apricot colour. We'll see if that works. As I almost feel like this book calls for pastel colours somehow. So I'm just going to make them a little bit darker near the base of these petals and then fade it towards the tip. It might go quite light because, as I say, it's quite a delicate colour. But I don't mind that. It's going down, these pencils are going down lovely on this paper. I'm finding it quite easy to layer them up and get the effects that I'm looking for. But that's what I expected from the feel of the paper. It's not too smooth. Really smooth paper I have a bit of a problem with, but this isn't. And it's not too toothy. Really toothy paper can be quite a challenge. You really have to layer up your pencil. This work is working nicely. Just gonna darken that a bit more. Yeah, it's rather a cute book, isn't it? There are some definite pictures that I've seen coloured before, but also some ones that I really want to have a go at, so that's great. I wasn't sure about all the animals in clothes, but I think it works. And they're not clothed in all of them, but it just seems to just work, which is good. Doing fur is obviously can be quite daunting, but the way they're drawn makes it feel much easier, so that's good. We've got some fur drawn on. You can't see. The ones in this picture, for example, the fur is drawn a little bit. You've got little strands drawn on, so that's really helpful and makes it less daunting. Whew, it is warm. I went out just after lunch, and it was spitting with rain, which was lovely. But then I think that might be a bit of a petal in there, and then the sun came out, got rather warm. This spoon's going to be quite the challenge, metallics, but I'm getting much more confident. I've done quite a few lately actually, because I've just finished Johanna Basford's book Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and one of the last pages I did had spoons on it. But Helen Elliston's got some spoon tutorials in one of her books, which are very good, silver looking, silver coloured spoons. But I don't always do them silver, sometimes do them gold. I'll have a think about that one once I get to it. But I'm just going to be doing this flower for you today, just so you can have a look and see how it works. I think it's looking rather sweet. The colour's going down nicely. I'm keeping it quite delicate, but I think this page will get darker because we've got this blackberry here, which will be a bit darker, and then, or I might do it as a raspberry. In fact, this too, I might change them up, it depends. And then we've got the other berries and strawberries and things, which will be quite colourful, I should imagine. So it will get darker, I think. But as I say, I'll just be doing this little bit for you in this video. I hope everyone's good, well and everything. Keeping well, doing some colouring, or keeping relaxed with other hobbies. It's not always easy, is it? I've just recently gone through quite a stressful time, and I'm really working hard on trying to get more relaxed, and it's not always easy, but trying. And I know it does me and everyone else in the household good, so just working on it really. There we go. I am going to leave that there in its simplicity. You could of course put some darker colours into the centre to make it a little darker there, but I'm happy with it like that. And we've had quite a long video, so I'm going to go. I shall finish that at some point and share my finished page. I'm not quite sure when. It might not be, although this video will be going out quite a long time after I've made it, just because I've got ahead, which is good. I may not have finished it by then, so I will share it at some point, so just keep an eye out on my completed pages or on my social media sites and I will share it. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.